with them, I think Portland or St. Mary or something. And I never like how them angle it. And me I said that make me nobody vote for you. You understand what I'm saying? Now there are all kind of people in our society. Everybody do them thing. What I'm saying is the culture has a guideline. The culture has a standard, right? So if you are going to think about one side of the thing and don't think about the other side, because the kind of Aki and it have quota. So you have to spin the kind where Aki get a fair chance, quota get a fair chance. You can't make because a certain group not like Aki, you just make a rule where please Aki and hurt the feelings of the other side. And that is my
Especially
problem.
if you act a little bit on the next
Yeah,
side enough.
yeah. And then we have to incorporate God. We cannot just make decisions based on financial benefits and oh, I want to trade with this country and this country is saying this should happen. What is God saying? We Jamaica is not a regular country. Enough time we are reason hear them. Oh, America do this, England do this. We are not America. We are not England. We are not Germany. We are not Barbados. We are not Trinidad. We are Jamaica. We are the hunger
Jamaica is the
country.
opposite of Rome, you know, brother. Remember, say if
Exactly.
you talk polarity and you look on hot and cold, you look on love and hate. Rome would have been to one extreme and we would have been to the other extreme. I same thing make Bob Marley getting respect because it's not a pretentious way of approaching leadership. Remember, say why we say born Rome as an example, Jamaican people. You must say
Mhm.
Jamaican people are only people, you must say fire upon Rome, you know. Like then just say, okay,
And it
why is
become a
that
hit.
so?
And it become a hit.
Why is that so? So
So
we have to see ourselves as we have the most churches per square mile in our world.
exactly.
You understand what I mean?
Exactly.
And the energy we push out of Jamaica. Remember, say Jamaica get respected for your love energy, you know. And that's why Bob Marley is the biggest Jamaican, you know. Because we spread the message of love and kindness. You understand what I mean? So we have to understand who we be within the whole global spectrum of personalities that exist. So what we go do? Follow room in everything room say, all right, we don't do that. Move a table, you go over there. So okay, move a chair. Okay. We have to realize now I make room now say, hey, okay, all right. They want to move a table? All right. Why you want to move a table? We think say that chair if we moving. So guess what now? Let's go up and pause. Because most of the bilateral relationships that we have with countries anyway are exploitative, albeit some of them do benefit us. For example, when you look
Mr.
at even
Artie, sorry,
tariffs,
sorry, sorry. Repeat. Gandhi just joined the live. Repeat what you just said a while ago.
yeah, I'm
Please.
saying that most of the bilateral relationships that we have with other countries and other international lending institutions, they are exploitative anyways.
Right there, sir.
So
Right there, sir.
most of them irrelevant to
What does
us.
exploitative mean? Explain to the regular man what exploitative mean.
Yeah, basically what we're saying is that it does not present itself as a level playing field. So you are being subjected to a particular position in the negotiation where your back is against the wall. You're not getting a fair share of the deal, so to speak.
Okay. I'm glad you said that. And you know what I am always saying to people? When you have these kind of situations, it's called a bargaining table. Now,
Exactly.
if you have somebody as your representative bargaining for you, and all they can say to the next person that they are bargaining or trading with is yes, 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 then they are
Okay.
not of benefit to you.
Exactly.
Like for say, this I've repeated this multiple times on my life, but some regular-minded people don't listen and them don't understand. So we'll try to teach it to them today. America, I am here in America, and it doesn't matter. I still have to speak the truth. America has a problem with Jamaica trading with China. America has a problem with Jamaica trading with Russia. America has a problem with Jamaica siding with Cuba. Wherever Jamaica want to trade and do business,
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Oh, oh, me
Bro,
I just
listen
said
to
that.
this.
Wait, please. 2 seconds. Me I say Venezuela, same time. Why is there? why is there still so many sanctions and so much travel ban and travel advisories against Jamaica? If we are so important to America and you want to be solo traders and solo business partners with us, why is the person bargaining for us? Why is our negotiator, which is Mr. Holness, not negotiating for better responses toward Jamaica? Why we have travel ban? Why we artists them now visa so long? Why we have to do 1 billion things to get a visa? At the same time, America is depending on full control of Jamaica. Oh, I don't get it.
So listen, you see, many of these negotiations, we already approach them with a frame of mind as if we are to be dictated to. So when we put our proposition on the table, we lack ignorance when we go. And I've seen it because remember, I'm an International Monetary Fund academic fellow. So I've been to DC and I've
Right.
seen many of the negotiations that take place between these institutions and
Oh, them a call the man phone every minute. Ah.
the Jamaica should devalue their currency and stop intervening to hold the
Oh, that
specific value.
it,
And
it freeze a while ago, my boss. It freeze a while ago. Just go back like 30 seconds away, you did say a while ago. IMF. You did I say IMF.
yeah, you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, but like them a call every minute, so it a freeze look a bit. You were at
Yeah,
IMF.
yeah, no problem. Yeah, so I'm saying I've seen these negotiations that take place between countries and their bilateral partners. For example, IMF as an example.
Mm-hmm.
It is they know what they are telling you to do. It is up to you as the leader to realize what they are telling you to do and to have a counter proposal that puts you and your people into the picture. And that
Exactly.
is one of the main reasons why I decided to become a politician, because economics is a different discipline, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mainly lawyers do politics. So they
Mm-hmm.
know how to use fancy words to hide the truth. And they get caught in that situation when they go to negotiate. So the
Mm-hmm.
same thing that they do is that whenever there's a, for example, last week the IMF said Jamaica should stop intervening and sterilizing the currency. They should allow it to depreciate. You did hear that in the news?
What?
Yeah, man. But and Richard Biles, who is the Bank of Jamaica governor, come out and say no, him still a intervene. Meaning provide US when the dollar low in supply so that people
Mm-hmm.
can get US to buy so that the price not run up.
All right.
You understand what I mean? Because I
Right.
saw the price go. The price of the dollar like any other good. You see me? Look a bit of chicken, did it 20 people want chicken, when 40 people want chicken, the price of the
So
chicken increase.
sorry, somebody said if you could repeat that, please. Like just what you just said about the whole US thing and depreciating, then why you repeat
Yes,
that?
so the IMF asked Jamaica about a week or two ago that the central bank should stop supplying foreign currency to the market when the supply is low or when demand is high, so that the value dollar depreciate go further to all 170, 180, 200. Because that's how
Mm-hmm.
you keep the value of the dollar low, you know. Whenever the demand gets high, BOJ come in, put the money so it run up the price. You
Mm-hmm.
would have
Mm-hmm.
come like you have 10 chicken and 10 somebody demand chicken and then 10 more somebody say them want chicken. You go link and you can say, yo, you know, so me have some people want some chicken, give me 10. Instead of the 20 people that bid for see who forget the chicken from Foota hype, the price will go up. You understand?
Yeah, because
So
I supply and demand. Because if I'm me alone of it,
supply
we
and
can put the
demand.
price
Exactly.
anywhere. Yeah.
Exactly. So the central bank governor reply and say, no, we can't do that because right now, too much things depend upon the value of the currency. And I've always said that. I've always said that we need the currency to remain stable, so less fluctuation, so that we know and we can forecast forward purchases. So you want to buy some goods 3 months down the line. You know if you're worried about say the US are go 170. You know already say the US are 150. So
I
you
can
can
keep
pay
it
for your
steady.
goods them and keep it
Yeah.
steady. So business can flow easier because of that, you see, uncertainty create risk for business. Basically that, me must say me teach university. You see me?
Okay.
So
So
I just that.
like
You
me
understand
now,
what I
because
mean?
never put myself in the equation. So a lot of times when we speak highly, say me want our party to win. People say, shut up, you live a foreign, this now bother you, this now, and it teaches me that people, I'm not gonna call them low-minded, they're not paying attention.
They don't pay
When I am
attention.
in America, I have brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews in Jamaica. Everything when me they are foreign I do, if me I go to Jamaica now, all this I go with me. This. Me I carry everything. Because I'm more comfortable just as much when me there at Jamaica. What them not understand, when I send $100 to Jamaica and the US dollar is 150 to 1, it's not helping me, you know. It don't go sound enough from yes, sir. But when pound of chicken $1,000, it can't help me. Because when me send $100 and it's so enough. By the time my family them got grocery shop, them need the next $100 from me. So every time the dollar go, me ball. And them not understand it. $1,000, 150,000. No, but you not understand the inflation of Jamaica. The price
Exactly.
for things, the money for clear something. Do you know that Jamaica has one of the highest clearing rate for motor
Yeah,
vehicle in
man.
the
And
world?
guess what? I'm sure you look a pretty good youth. Because I know your fear and your thinking approach. See? Just put everything to the side. You see, when you go for clear goods at Jamaica,
Mhm.
most things attract a 50, 60, 70% duty. See? Where the America say to Jamaica, say, all right, we go levy 10%.
Why them a call the man phone? Acting, welcome to the live, brother. Glad to see you over here. Dr. Art, your phone chip out a while ago. You did
You
there
gone.
50%. You did there 50%. Phone freeze again. Your phone a freeze, but them a call you. Hot you out now, Mr. Hatton. You're sure for when you see it, you know. So, watch this now. You did say clearing goods, 50%. America said them want,
20%.
yeah.
America just put on one little 10% per free. And that's why they do it. Because when they looking at them books, and say when them a send any little thing come to Jamaica, you have to pay 70%. You buy a car in America, you pay 20,000 for your car. When the car reach a 40, you have to pay. So America recognize what Jamaica charge you too much. So if me give them one little 10%, me fear. I make some no feel no way when I see my do it. You understand what I mean? So enough people don't understand that because they don't understand economics.
And when me
So
travel
they
the
don't
world, right?
blame him. You
When me
understand what I
travel the
mean?
world, see, me look on 90% of African countries, you don't pay to clear car. So if them can do it, why we can't even minimize the money when we are charged to clear vehicle? Why our money so high? Because if a man want a Bentley right now in a certain part of Africa, he won't pay the cash price. He can go action go buy it for 40 grand and ship it to Africa and pay one $3,000 for ship it and it's
So,
his.
so, so, so that's a multifaceted thing in Jamaica, right? In the 1980s, these taxes were introduced as luxury tax. So you hear Siaga say if you can't afford to buy gas, you put in a car. You can't afford to pay for a license fee. You can't afford to buy a car. So what they did was to impose these duties to reduce our ability to have
I
luxury.
think
So them
to have
reduce the luxury
luxury.
threshold. So what them do is suppress the luxury threshold. And by suppressing the luxury threshold, it suppress how much we can consume as a nation. And because of that, we have always had to be going leaps and bounds in order for us to be able to consume foreign goods. Because a man see you have a Beamer America and a value 40 grand. When you come to Jamaica, the price double. You understand what I
Triple,
mean?
3 times.
Triple. So a man will have a Toyota Camry at Jamaica. When in the American can buy a Beamer with the money because America gives you the opportunity now to be able to increase your luxury threshold. And that is a big difference between the domestic economy here in Jamaica and that in America. The luxury threshold is suppressed in these countries while America creates a broad luxury. That's why America can have these companies, I call them unicorns, because they invest in creating more. The country is built on increased consumption while in Jamaica, the country is designed to suppress consumption. So in America, you're not going to find a man buy a single stick of a cigarette. But in Jamaica, you have persons selling a single sweet on the street. And another thing, because people like ownership. So in America, 20 man come together and then build a company and then call it Walmart. And all of them have 5% shares in it. And the company big. In Jamaica, each individual wants to work for themselves, no matter how small it may be.
It come like, all right, me I give you a street level, right? Like 90% in my industry, me keep some of the biggest dance them in Jamaica already. But I me alone do it. Muda, sometimes I don't have money, I borrow some money from Rev and then keep the dance and pay him back. But me no want to keep the dance with nobody. See? Then you have sons youth them now. We come change the game. Them no book me or not me, but me have to give them ratings.
Yeah,
When them
because
to
we are
get it.
talking about equity
Watch this
and
now.
ownership. We are discussing equity and
Yeah,
ownership. So we have to do it in the right way.
the uptown man them, like Kamal Banky them and them will keep Dream Weekend and them binna come together and keep it. PP and Quiz them and all of them come together. But we never take that pattern there. Sons youth them and the youth them will really come and 10 of them come together and it looks so beautiful and them keep them event. You understand what I say? So is not the brand Sons, is it playbook? Because me know whole heap of rich friends me have, but them rich individually. And them now merge together. Because if they merge together, it would have bigger. But them now merge together just like what you just said. And I think it's the same thing in politics. Politicians, enough of them, not all of them, tend to think when them get the key in them and to open the door for themselves. They're not opening the door for the entire nation. That's why people hear me talk all over and think my bias when I say, I recognize PJ Patterson as the greatest prime minister Jamaica has ever seen. That's
True,
my
true.
opinion. That's
So,
my opinion.
meaning, because everybody have their advantages and disadvantages, but he was the best in terms of infrastructural expansion
Yes.
and programs. And
And
I
here
think
why
that
here
a
why I
lot of the
give him.
time, more make you talk, a lot of the
Yeah.
time when politicians fail, as I brought up the story between the lawyer and the economist, is because of ignorance. So when you're ignorant, you're easily coerced mentally because you lack wisdom of persona. So a man we said to you say, Foota hype, you know say, make we split up the money, man. Don't stream off nothing. And she ignorant to the fact of how when if you not split up the money can double, triple, and put you in a better position. You choose the option to split up the money up front. You understand me? I got you. So the lack of economic understanding, how markets function, demand and supply, how investments grow, how infrastructural expansion lead to a higher threshold. So because as you know, them caught up in a dogma having a low threshold, as me tell you. While America create a high threshold, we now need to move to the mentality of creating that high threshold. So the same thing that you are saying is that these politicians, because them lack the wisdom and the economic understanding, them don't know how to create a threshold on a grand scale. Them only can try create it for themselves. You understand what I mean?
I'm
Can I
gonna
take
show you
enough wisdom, you know?
I'm gonna show you 2 points why me give Mr. Patterson the crown over Buster Manty, Norman Manley, Michael Manley, Siaga, everybody. And this is just me, based on my observation. One, the telecommunications change when bring forth in a Jamaica. No labor right, no PNT can tell me any leader will do something greater than that for the nation. Now,
For sure, man.
why me rate leaders is when you do something that benefits your side and the next side. You can't do something where only benefit your side. You hear me, boss? Or you not hear me? Me not hear you
Yeah,
now.
man, I hear a teacher, you hear me?
Oh, yeah, yeah. What I'm saying is, I calculate work and effort when the leader does something that benefits every single citizen as opposing to benefit his team. And
Exactly.
when Mr. Patterson had to go revisit the contract where Edward Seaga signed, because he signed a contract for 100 years to Cable and Wireless as the sole telecommunications provider in Jamaica. Now, that is madness, because you're not going to live 100 years, sir. So why would you sign something for 100 years when the world evolve, country evolve, technology get greater? And it was a contract that wasn't revisitable. Now, PJ had to go over and over to go and go to England, go revisit that. That's how we had digital. And that's how we had per second billing. Free incoming and you only pay for outgoing. Free incoming text. Do you understand what I'm saying? We had phones, we had to be paying for incoming, outgoing text, voicemail, everything. You never had per second calling. So I ask the labor right there, I ask the PNP all the time, what kind of phone do you have? 95% of Jamaica have a digital phone. 100% of Jamaica is enjoying per second calling. That is still PJ Patterson. Even today, after him resign, I still
Big
him.
move, man. Big move. Big move.
Second big move. When we say Andrew Holness and him team are trick the people that we don't know and not knowledgeable. So him create road. Because they must say, look on the road them. Look. Though that was not Andrew Holness' work.
Remember, say even when the highway for Bill Siaga himself say if highway can name him, so and
Okay.
him end up con name off a road, so
No, but this is what me I tell you, so them are underrate PJ because people now highlight what PJ did. Mr. Patterson was the one who bring forth the
17
high.
schools.
No, me don't want to talk about the school yet. Can't
Yeah,
everybody go to school? Me I talk about the
yeah,
road.
but come on, man.
No, wait now, wait now. Remember say you have dunce man rich too, you know. You have man you can't read and write. We know if you make money. This is something we can't do without. The road where them a give Andrew props for, where Andrew not create nothing. It was created and deal created and starting a PJ time. And has been running ever since. Yeah, it can't be overnight. So all when PJ lose, the project is still there and the budget was set to do that already. And Andrew create this and create a budget to create this. He might get props to him not deserve. Now, I want you to remember this. There were no juicy beef in rural Jamaica. There were no tasty in rural Jamaica. I must say, Moby alone did have KFC. There were no car marts in rural Jamaica until the highway project come true. Reason why people now understand. It took a truck one entire day to leave Kingston Wharf to go Amovie. So your uncle could have make one
I'm
trip
thinking
with
about that.
goods. You could have only make one trip with goods. So there was no money in rural Jamaica generating. There was less jobs, less everything. When PJ Patterson created the highway project, because the highway project are from, I think, Bustamante time, them to build highway and I can't do, you know. So people don't understand why me I give more props than Michael. Michael had the ideas, but 90% of the idea them never come to fruition. PJ Patterson make it come to life.
Yo, you don't
No,
understand how proud they make me feel highlighting the fundamental economics that is necessary to increase a country luxury threshold, you know, brother.
yeah, but this
Remember,
is what
say
made
that are the
rural
moral life
Jamaica.
story, you know.
This is what made rural Jamaica give Kingston competition. So now when the highway there, we can have a truck if the driver left out early enough, can have 3 trips for the day with goods. So now the store them can have goods to sell. The car them can do the yes, the car man I open all boat. In a Mandeville alone, you have about
Cause
100 car
and
man.
guess what too? You see a PJ do the used car thing, you know. You make
No,
you have, you have the ability to
but
import used car.
wait now.
So
Me
now
never
the
want
road
to go there, so
alone, the vehicle as
me,
well, you understand?
me just talk about the road. No man can jump on the road and reach Ochi in 40 minutes. One time it was an hour and a half to Ochi race. So here they, boy, look on the road Andrew give you. Andrew did not give you any road. Andrew is just finishing a project that was already in motion when he came into power. And the budget was allocated for that already. Him not create that and people don't understand that. You touched a point a while ago. When the Right Honorable PJ Patterson was starting trade with Japan for the Japanese car market. Edward say I got catch a fit. And said the car them I got broken in two. And I'll be an idiot car. Horatio Brown was the main supplier for tire in a Jamaica, which was an arm and a leg for tire. You know, God bless me when we can talk so. I had rich friends. So I used to be in the car when they go to buy tires. I used to know where sell tire from when I sell none. If you never PJ Patterson, you couldn't go down a DNS go buy two used tire. You couldn't go a PHA Motor from Constant Spring Road. You couldn't have so much car part dealership for every corner where you go. We Jamaicans still enjoy the luxury there, although PJ retired and gone long time. Here why them for respect PJ Patterson and PNP. 95% of the vehicle them in Jamaica are Japanese car. Even where Andrew Holness are driving, the BMW them and the Prada Jeep them and the something them are Japanese. How it happen? How it happen? Robinson's car mart was the biggest car mart in Jamaica. And a big old car themselves. Big rotten down vehicle. We have Tata, Encarver. Mere people say, PNP not do nothing. Oh, you're driving a coaster bus with AC. That never happened before, PJ. That never happened before, PJ, no. So, oh, you say him not do nothing. Oh, you say for the 18 years, PJ don't do anything. Oh, you drive the coach in a
go back to your point about school. As
yes.
you know, we are mobile, right? And most of you them say fully done same way. So because we can make money without going to school, many people. And when them go to work, them boss themselves not like school. So them boss cut school and say, me never go to no school and look how me rich, whatever the case may be. For them pitney no do not know school, I business, same way. But guess what now? You have enough things where just the money alone can't do. Because if everybody was to just say, all right, we just want to make money and we not go to school, we engineer.
You break up a while ago, my boss.
You notice every time it look like the board and tapping everything. Every time I make a point, you do that, you know. But anyway,
Yeah.
if you're sick, who go be a doctor? When you build a
Right.
house, who go be the engineer? Who
Right.
go be the plumber? And that's some lower level job them may call same way. You know, reach into the full mathematical engineering of systems and functions where it take to maintain a cohesive nation. Notice what America do. America attract all the youngest and brightest. Notice what Singapore do. Attract all the youngest and brightest. If you go to Singapore, it's like them are living at 2070. So we feel some making a money now. And that's why place now have no water. That's why some people still have their teeth light. That's why so much people still have to want back to school treat for them pitney for go back to school a year time, brother. You know understand what I mean? It's like we stuck with one threshold, so we are follow a politician them. We now try expand our threshold because money become our threshold. Which money is just an exchange. Money is not a real tangible ability. You know understand what I mean? So it will we have money now. Alright. Who go say alright, we need proper city infrastructure design so that we lessen traffic. Who go say alright, we need public restroom infrastructure. Who go say we need to build satellite. Who go say we need to build the internet connectivity with the satellite. You understand what I'm trying to explain to you, bro?
Deeper understanding science.
So
What
too
deal with
much
that part?
Jamaican people force themselves in that because everybody want money to spend. Everybody love luxury. Seeing, but with luxury threshold stuck at a level because we only have see the money of luxury. You know, some me enjoy most luxury and me not use $1 do it.
You come like you listen me enough time, cause me tell them all the time, say, if me have a brother, we have a private jet, right? I don't need to buy a private jet. Me
You
not
buy
fit buy
a
a
yacht,
private
him have
jet
a
to
jet. So
enjoy.
when a fly time, you fly with him. When a sail time, he sail with you.
Me I go enjoy the amenities same way. So sometimes it's not about having this money in your hand. It's you living and directing the right things See, live the life. Cause if me can go to school and get a diploma, I have a diploma, and then the diploma, me bypass suffering. Me not have to do the suffering part, because me have this. Why me don't want it? Why?
Many people don't understand the value, right? Because it take patience. And you see, the point is not about say we need a diploma, you know. The point is about we need a economy that values growth. And growth comes through application of self into systems and function that create things. So
Mm-hmm.
you want to be able to create things. You want to create things of value. So you want to get a pound of flour and you want to turn in a wedding cake because you buy a pound of flour for 2 bills and you sell the wedding cake for 100,000. You understand what I mean? That is economics, that is value. But you need the knowledge now of how now to bake that wedding cake. You have to go to school to learn it. You understand what I say?
Me
So so so
absolutely like your
so so
reasoning.
so so we so we know if we say all right, Jamaica needs satellite too. Jamaica needs to understand certain level of photosonic communication or whatever the case may be. We need robotics too. Cause we don't
Mm-hmm.
want to do certain things. So we want our robot them go shop for we. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I mean? We need certain level so we have to think that way there. Some want my country for think. Me know want my country for think so me can make a money and buy a flask of NSC. Because that are like that are not really nothing per se,
That's a
bro.
low
It's like
vibration, man. Low vibration.
me drink NSC and then sit there. Champagne long time from 90s, bro. Everybody, you understand what I mean? But we
Mm-hmm.
just want the part there. We don't want the real part to show us, all right, we can stand up firm, yes, sir. And guess what now? We understand who we be, yes, sir. And anything I go on globally, when we go to the negotiating table, we have a say. Because we firm with how we establish we place. Because we consumption threshold high, just like for them.
Let me ask you a very important question, right? From me born out of my mother till now, and me I grow, because I'm a very observant person. I've been observing prices and how things cost. And for as long as me can remember, things always a go up and me never see it come down. Is there a possibility of we ever seeing prices going down?
Prices came down after COVID for a lot of goods that were scarce during COVID and the prices go up. But after COVID, the price come down. But under a regular economic situation, the thing, what them call deflation, which is a general reduction in prices, is associated with what we call a recession. You following?
Mm-hmm.
So what normally happens is that for you to have certain farmer output growth, you have to have certain amount of money growth. But money growth greater than output growth cause inflation. You understand what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica as a country, for example, we believe in a money growth, like have more money, have more money, have more money. We don't believe in a produce. So once you have money without the goods, it's like too much money at chase too few goods, so you go always have a price I go up. You understand what I'm trying to show to you? So within
Mm-hmm.
the economy itself, inflation is a healthy thing, but not too high because money growth have to match output growth in order for the economy maintain itself. So you go always have that. And the cobweb model of pricing too also allow prices to gradually trickle up in most instances. You get
So
me?
what you can tell me what your vision of making the difference towards that? Cause me it kind of bother me.
Yeah, man. You see how we teach or how we learn or practice neoclassical economics is like right now, in order for Jamaica become that country that we want it to be. Seeing? Good you, big up yourself.
Wagwan.
Yeah, man, we there, man. I go and make you work, man.
Yeah, man,
Continue,
there,
Mr. Arton. Acting, we you hold on, man. More
no,
want
what
hear
I
this.
listen, me just like listen, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, so we know, as may I explain to you, in order for us to be better off collectively, we have to be able to increase what we call our GDP. which is the total amount of goods produced in Jamaica in a given period of time. Currently, Jamaica is what they call a 17 billion US economy. A country like Damrep, which has similar status, similar thing, 100 million US economy. A country like Singapore, similar amount of population, 500 million US economy. And that's the value what everybody put together and produce. In a Jamaica, when you split up that and share it with everybody, the average person produce 7,000 US for the year. Let me say that again. The average. So imagine you just have 7,000 US for share for the entire year. A gimmick thing. So in
Joe,
order for
come here, kill
we
you.
can be able to be better off, we have to be
After the
able to
people them say you come in
produce
a
more.
green shirt, them a beat you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Come out in a green shirt, cause I want to put green in them place, you know?
Yes, okay.
So you
So,
understand? I'm gonna try to show
Yeah,
you.
man. Big up, big up, big up.
me like the answer them, Mr. Ann. And next thing we want to ask you, because it's a big thing for me, but everybody now must agree with what me think or my thoughts. You understand? If I was a laborer today, after me listen to Mark Golding, him say one thing would have make me vote PNP, even if I was a laborer. He's adamant about enforcing the impeachment act.
Very important.
He's pushing that politicians need to be held accountable
Very
when
important.
corruption is involved
Very
and when you
important.
figure out prison.
Yeah, man. What my research
Are you
has
in
shown, you know.
agreement with that?
Yeah, man, is a thing that's important. All right, Lee Kuan Yew in a book from Third World to First, chapter 7, made an example. I'm wife, brother, who get Rolex and go up and trip with businessman and him impeach him. He set an example. We need to set an example with these thieving politicians. Imagine Royal Reid, we thief the new Tribune money, brother. You
No,
understand what I say,
but hold
brother?
on, you know, a lot of people don't know about that because it's not in the news. Then put it on the news and take it off quick. Like, how? All right, let me ask you this, Mr. Ann. What sector of Jamaican school society gets Nutribun and Nutrimilk?
The poorest are poor, man.
Okay,
The
so
poorest are poor.
when a politician robs that money for Nutribun and Nutrimilk, who is he
He
robbing?
must be held accountable. He must rob
Who
the
am I rob?
future of the country itself.
The poorest picnic them in high school. Oh, you never rob the rich school them, the ill them and the hungry picnic them you rob again?
And rob the light bulb too.
Yo. Listen to me good, man.
So stay upon the same corruption issue. My second book, Overcoming Productivity Challenges in Small Countries, look at how we can increase output per unit at time for all the industries. Now, when we look on the thing on a macro level, two things hold with productivity, make we can produce more. Right? Productivity, I say you make 10 party for your hour, your productivity at 10. If you make 20 party for the hour, your productivity at 20. That's output per unit at time. So if acting, for example, make 3 songs a day, then in productivity at 3. Cartel make 30 songs a day, in productivity at 30. So cartel would have a higher productivity than him. Higher output. And that it is. A dressmaker show 2 frac a day, and next dressmaker show 10 frac a day. She have a higher output per unit at time. So my research shows that there are two things holding back Jamaica productivity. Human
So that
capital deficiency with its level of education and corruption, which is stem from the government.
means I was correct then because China
Yeah, quite correct.
is now the ultimate heartbeat of the world. And it's because of productivity. And them have made the most clothes, the most car, the most TV, the most everything. Them have surplus of everything. They can dash a 1 million TV and still not run out of TV.
Exactly.
Now, Jamaica and a factory, a Uncle call center, Andrew them bill, and it privately owned. So, me not understand what they see them bill a place out of St. Thomas. And I see river na cut and people are rejoice. And I say to them people, I say, who not rejoice, sir? That not have nothing to do with the people of Jamaica. That is a private entity where shareholders are gonna make money. Same time, me hear the news come out. Them are gonna put the municipal building in there. And the rent for the month are gonna be how much million again? So was that something to benefit the people? If you have paid 300,000 a month, and now it's gonna go to how much million? How much them it say again? How much million it gonna be a month time to the rent now? And then the people at Jamaica now ask, who own that place here? Who are shareholder them? Because as somebody said, man, them will make the decision to put the municipal building in there, and them a shareholder, under hidden companies, So them will make sure, put it in there for them get back here. How much empty building the country pay rent for when not operational? When you check out who own it, some MP. How that makes sense? How that makes sense?
Yeah, it's a self-pursuit.
That means you take the people and for idiot. Because you use my taxpayer money. Pay for your building you're supposed to do. Taxpayer work. And it's not operational for how much years. But every month the rent have to religiously pay. And when you check the back, because what the people them not understanding. One of the companies owner will mark My Cup. But My Cup is owned by My Car, and My Car is owned by Straight Nation Records, which is owned by Foota Music, which is owned by O'Neil Thomas Trust. So the money I got 10th place, but I mean I come back to.
And when
So,
you reach the trust, that's why it's stopping, because
so
the
the
trust
regular, when you go in that trust, I can't touch it. So
can't touch it.
some of the regular people them not understand that. Cause Andrew will just come out now and say, see it here, I know me own it. A Joe Janko Corporation, but them no know say Joe Janko Corporation owned by an ex company, owned by an ex company, owned by an ex company, but then owned by Andrew, or owned by Andrew's wife, or owned by Andrew's son, who never work yet. So that is the problem that people now understand. So when them are give them contract to the company, them are shadow boss under the same company. And who feel it?
And
We.
Foota, Mr. Hartnell make a comedy listening and make some very important, very imperative point, but a lot of people will listen, maybe them not understand because she speak so intellectual. A lot of people could hear you say it, but them not understand what you say. And the reason why you make a comparison with America and Singapore and these places, because these countries think about plural, not singular. They think about plural. That's why in Foota said, think you make a Japan and make, because it's a collective effort. That's the algorithm that they're on, collective effort. As what you said, Jamaicans, a lot of people have money in Jamaica because them find other ways, because Jamaica is more of a practical country. You know what I mean? Like more non-traditional jobs, that is the backbone, like mechanic, us, vendor, all of these things. But you have singular people in Jamaica who have money. But the system don't create a plural community where we can have more than one person. We come together for one business, and that's what the system do. Because them no want we come together and have businesses together. You understand? And when a man they make it so hard for an individual to have business in Jamaica. When if you import the things them double. When if you buy that, the things them double. So a man more if you say, you know what, let me just do it for me and my friend them alone. Because this is the algorithm they want you on. Because they want you to be always about in the public sector more than, because if you understand the system and the government that we're on is only care about the private sector. Them not care about the public sector. They don't care about the people them in the street, the people them go vote, the people them do all of these things. But me born in a labourite community, I grew up as a labourite. But going through this government, I will never vote for labourite again. Me switch, me a PMP.
Go change your shirt and come back, my boss. Show them
Yo,
what
me
I want.
have
I'm
on
say
my
you're
shirt.
sure enough.
Me have on
Yo,
my shirt. Most of the people them. And yes, me I tell you, and the reason why is not because me not intellectual, and it's not because me not a diated politicians or politician. I'm not a diated. I am for the people, and me see what best for the people. You understand? And me see what we got through. And even though Marky G, we don't know him like that, but every man, a man is just good as him last performance. So I can mash up some fest last year and 2 years ago and Foota mash it up. But if me don't mash it up this year, me can rank you on your performance this year, not the previous. So every individual is good as the last performance. We at the latter part of PMP after PJ and after Portia, we find out that the party did dilute and we are whole heap of confusion at the party. So the party never ready. When Babsy Grange introduced, we love Andrew because of Babsy. When Babsy started to introduce Andrew to it, carry him to the show, them say, yo, him a go be the next thing, and the things them that him say, free water, free light. Why JPS have monopoly in Jamaica? Why we not have a different like light place?
You make some fair points as
How
well.
much years you say that?
The
Why
contract
JPS are the
just come up
only
for
people
renew
who
and them never renew it, so it's a good thing. So we're on a better part.
Zin, when JPS, and then when me I build my house and say me I go chip in some panel, it don't make no sense. So them pull out the wall and me teeth them because them no want me have light and run off of my house to give back JPS light. It's so hard to do something in the country. So people just say, me can't bother with that here, man. So them keep the people them mind in just dollars, like that's something we say no value. The currency, the exchange, the money in your hand. Because they make it so hard to be an entrepreneur in the country, a legitimate one in the country.
Acting, sorry for cutting. You ever try open a bank account at Jamaica and see how hard it is?
Bro, and it's hard to get your money. So when a man I said, DJ, me I said this is the reason why, because I've seen we do it because this man say, yo, we need better this, better that, and promise with everything. And we say, all right, this sound like, because we're stuck into the simulation of hope and faith. That is what majority Jamaicans, lower class of Jamaicans vote because of hope and faith. And we say we want better hope and better faith, so we're stuck into that. So anything we ring pan with ears was sound better than the previous things, we go for it. But we have a lot of people who die at it. And we can't die it to stupidness, because if, for instance, not the board, one of my son become rapist, what me not do? Me not is push him out to the police them because of my son.
No, you have to go.
He might rape people, bro. He might rape people. So what me do, I have to make sure that I do the right thing. This government, no. We've been through 4 years and we go through our next 4 years and we find out, say, on the brink of the time when we need this government, the example is COVID. COVID proved to us where this individual mind, if it come to the end, to the brink, the things that this individual put us through, and the things that this individual set through his mouth, and the things this individual could, that if it do, and never do it, Labour right and PMP suffer under, especially the public sector, which is the liquor man in the street, where him say go buy chicken back a corner shop and we are spread this and we are spread that and we spread that.
And a cheer champagne.
Right? So this is not about you fit vote for PMP, you vote who you want to vote for, but this is reality. So may I remind you, because we have short-term memory. Jamaicans have short-term memory. This is why they can play us so much. Short-term memory. Always remember, say, we have the power. Zane, and as Foota said, what they say, we bring election every 2 years. So if Marky G jump in and him shake himself, we just change him out. This is how you're supposed to change the leaders of the country, so the benefit of the country, bro.
Go too volatile, man. But what you say whole truth?
Country is
what
not the
whole truth?
Yes, the benefit of the country is not about we are put the power in the politicians.
Christopher Tufton is a marketer. Nesta
Then
Morgan
try
study
to explain
marketing
to you.
CMA. So the man them more marketing of the thing rather than doing the thing. You get me? When you see me cut ribbon in a Foota, I gimmicks them, you know.
No, we know, bro. I mean, so watch this now. This is why I am saying acting. Even if I was a Jamaica Labour Party member, right? I would have to give Marky G my vote this time, based on his stance on politicians going to prison. I never seen in the history of Jamaica politicians being held accountable for the million atrocities of them do. All them do, when they mess up, Them just resign, gone. Left the work, gone. Look on the Minister of Finance for Labour right. Him just do all the way him do and just gone. No.
Bro, Foota, stick up. Where the money, remember, you know, COVID in Jamaica, you know, Foota. You think that the type about money which is very imperative. We don't understand that, very important. Where the money there where Bill Gates give we for offset all these 2 weeks when we stuck away hard. When
What the money
everybody
where
took this,
Canada give we get grants from all about
yeah,
India,
where
Canada,
where the
all
money
over.
there. So
Where
when you
them
tell
there?
a man, say, stay out for 2 weeks, but you still a burn light, you still a use food and more people, the amount of relationship where you mash up because me living at the house with my woman and she have a 9 to 5 and me work. Right through the day, me only see her like when she come, me only see her like 3, 4, 5 hours, you know. Because me spend